Hey everyone, it's Gun Around 13 and back with a knife review, a knife overview. This knife is kind of an interesting knife and a very cool knife in my opinion. What some people would describe as the original U.S. Navy SEAL knife. Unfortunately, I don't have much information about like, say, steel composition or weight and stuff like that. Unfortunately, you don't see too much information on the specific knife out there, but I want to throw out a quick overview as this being part of a ongoing knife overview of videos that I've been showing out there. And this will also go into my next video coming up, where I'll be speaking specifically about combat or military / survival knives. More on the military combat side. But this, let's go ahead and get into this knife and just take a general quick overview. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't have too much information on it. But and I also, you don't see too many vids out there on this knife too, say on YouTube. So it's kind of cool to throw this out here. This right here is the Ontario Navy MK3 Mod0 Navy SEAL knife, or Navy knife. From what I can see, these were produced somewhere starting around 1980, and these are no longer issued in the Navy, I don't believe. But this was a U.S. military Navy issued knife. Like I said, it's made by Ontario, great company that produces knives in United States. And there it is, the Navy MK3 Mod0 knife. Now it comes in this scabbard type of sheath. Now remember, this is a Navy knife for Navy divers, so you know it's kind of made to fill that role as a dive type knife. So it's got this hard plastic scabbard right here with a single retention strap, and your dangle right here, belt loop. Pretty simple, pretty durable though. Like I said, it's pretty hard, durable plastic. The knife itself is a pretty interesting design. It's kind of cool. I actually dig this knife a lot. Blade length is just under 6 inches, like 5 3/4 inch. I don't know the exact steel on this. Like I said, it's kind of hard to find information out. But it's got a bit of a little saw back on the knife itself. It's relatively, yeah, it's a pretty sharp blade. Pretty sharp blade. It's got an interesting design on the actual tip of the knife. If you can see with the swedge, it comes to a real fine tip. Now, information I did find out is sometimes some people, the negative thing about this knife was that this tip was somewhat prone to break. Obviously, if you're using it for extensive use, that say a Navy diver would be using it as, not just as a utility / fighting knife. The utility part, I can see that tip being vulnerable. Not really as much as in a fighting knife or dive knife. It's got a hard plastic type material handle. Once again, I don't know exactly information on it. And it also has this pummel, hard metal pummel, which is pretty nice. It's got a good comfortable feel to it. You know, you got your finger guards right here. I think it's a really cool knife, you know, in that category of military surplus fighting knives. I think this thing is pretty cool. Once again, it's made by Ontario. We'll get this to focus in. It's the MK3 Mod0. Made in the USA. It also has a number on the back, 2V376, which I'm not quite sure. But this is a Navy model. Once again, I wish I knew the metal composition on this knife. Kind of give you a close-up. Being that it is a Navy dive type knife, you know, you would expect it to last in the elements of, say, salt water, seawater, and stuff like that. These things are pretty cool. You can find them online for sale. Very, very cool knife. Very, very interesting, cool knife. I do like that a lot. So kind of just a quick overview on this knife. I wish I had more information on it. I really don't. This knife will go out and be tested along with the rest of the knives that I have shown previously. So we'll come back and we'll have a full review on the knife. Hopefully I could dig up some more information on this thing as well. But this is just a quick video on a Ontario-made Navy MK3 Mod0 Navy fighting knife or Navy SEAL knife. And that's pretty much it, guys. And I got a video coming up right after this where I'm going to talk a little more about this knife and the uses of specific knives to fill this role of a fighting military combat fighting knife. Slash survival, I'll touch on that aspect because really the survival part kind of adds to it, but I want to more talk on the actual fighting combat knife. So this is going to run 13. Stay tuned for my next video upcoming too on combat fighting knives.